What is this? I'm not really getting anything from destroying these, so... why bother?
Drop your weapon.
Nothing of interest here, really. Yes.
Surrender.
Get the fuck out of the corner. Orange key card. Some ammo. I just jump over this. We're not in good shape.
Quick save.
Holy shit.
Quick load.
Yeah, this is a pretty unfortunate place to not see where you're going. They're tracking me, but they're not shooting me. There's clearly a lot of trigger plates. There are also energy power, whatchamacalls them, at the side there. If I move at all forward, they'll definitely trigger. Trying to get the generators. I'll destroy this one. Slowish weapon. So this might be useful. Actually fairly fast if you do it like that. Yeah, I don't think the shotgun is any good really. trying to get the goddamn generator behind there. Not sure if I'm hitting it at all. The problem is, I think even if I just put a mine there, it might trigger the trigger blade. Right. Gotta destroy them though.
Quick save.
Two spider bombs should take care of those. Actually, I'm in a fairly good spot to use the spider bombs, so I'll take care of them first. I can't use the spider bomb. Understand why. And did jack shit. Can this even destroy these? Yes. Terrible, terrible weapon to do that, but can do it. I'm not sure if I want to use this. Not sure if I have a choice. At least I can oh, for fuck's sakes. At least I can see one of them. Yeah, the pistol can sort of aim at them. So we borderline destroyed them, I guess, with the spider bombs. Wasn't total waste then.
Quick save.
So there's enough of a path that you could have sort of went through it somehow. It's very risky though. More accurately, so failure prone. I'm not sure if it's worth it.
Authorized access. Quick save. Quick load.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if I can shoot. At what point can I shoot the camera? When it didn't aim for it, I assumed I couldn't, and it was too late to fire after that. Ah, this will help quite a bit. Oh fuck, I can't do it like this.
Quick load.
If it fires even once, we are not going to be able to.
Quick load.
Right, the problem is the goddamn camera where it focuses. Can't shoot the camera unless I sort of move forward in this situation. Too late. This doesn't matter, we have full health there. Important part is how to destroy the thingamajig without it firing, the rocket thing. Not even sure what exactly in the end triggers it. Energy cubes. Not
Quick
bad.
save.
Some kind of trigger to the wall. I suppose there's a positive thing to these little tricks and traps all over the place. They do reward. They do reward you for keeping your eyes open. And they will almost never feel like cheating. Like there is a visual clue of some sort if you just bother to look. Sure if we can get back up there. No? Okay, I'm loading. Just
Quick load.
I want to see if we can actually get to the other side where the soldier is. Okay, why can't I hit
Quick
again?
load.
No idea.
Freeze!
Right. So I don't see how you could. It seems like it has a conveyor belt leading to this pool.
Quick save.
But if I go there, still,
load.
you can walk on that, so it's possible that you can do it. Alright,
Quick
just
load.
wanted to make sure if there's is it even impossible to walk into the pool. It is. Very much so.
Quick load.
Right,
Quick load.
we can't go there. But it's also borderline impossible to actually see where you're going. If I step there, I'll definitely fall the wrong way. So there's a possibility that traveling on some sort of a conveyor belt could get you there. There's definitely a room. But you would have to go up. I don't see how you could do it here.
Quick save.
Yeah, it's possible, probably, maybe. What if we take the long way around? Yeah, it doesn't really work like that. Well, it didn't look like there was anything super important there anyway, but I still would have liked to go there. So only he can shoot me. Keycard red. Keycard orange. A little bit to the left. Need to get to the other side there.
Authorized access.
Probably.
Quick save.
How would I lower this?
Drop your weapon!
Yeah, this might not be a great idea. We need the orange key card here anyway.
Drop your weapon!
also running out of ammo.
Quick save. Quick load.
That's pathetic. It's also not what we want, because now it's impossible pretty much to get over here. I can probably jump over that, but it's no good. Ah, we'll see. Yeah.
Quick load.
Slightly better, I'd say. The droid came a little bit further this time. Yeah, it's still damage, but I might be able to jump over it. If I step one step further, definitely get screwed. Still, okay.
Quick save.
Lost some shield against the bot, but nothing too drastic. And additional bots incoming. Probably safe to say that they're gonna be infinitely produced.
You're not supposed to be here.
So we definitely need to destroy those generators. I'm not sure what would be the best way to do it. Maybe there's some huge law. To access the Thermatron design plans, use the new security code 399. Memorize the code and delete. 399. You son of a bitch. I'm stuck. I can't shoot any of the vital parts. Yeah, this is sort of infuriating, because they're producing them so much that I might be screwed already. Yeah, this is no good. no good. I think that was the last one. It didn't make a lick of fucking difference. It's not getting energized anymore, so they're producing bots, but they're not getting activated.
Access denied. Invalid pod.
That could have gone better. On the other hand, it got done in the end. Lost a huge amount of ammunition doing that. I'm not sure how important that was in the end. Maybe we could have sent it in a mine, because it looks like you only need to destroy these generators here to prevent the activation of the produced bots.
Code red. Quick load.
Where is the alarm even coming from? The camera, right. Energy medkits. There's a couple of generators here, don't know what they do. Okay, they should give us access to the
Quick save.
an a orange pass card. I need to use the shotgun, otherwise I'll run out of ammo. It's vital that I have the long range gun to take out the cameras and the light. So, shotgun for close range at this point. Not sure what this is, but don't see a reason why we shouldn't use it. I think the guy that shot us here had a pistol, so I'm going for it. Hoping he has an extra clip. Ah, shotgun.
Quick save.
Wonder what turning the valve did.
Authorized access.
Another red one. It's a switch. Not
Quick
sure what
save.
we're doing. I'm not taking damage from those falls. Can get up there even without this. Just saying it's not a sensible way to yeah, not a sensible way to spend your card. Okay, why am I here? Oh, that's
Quick
wonderful.
load.
Yeah, but you can clearly see the fucking launcher there. Ah, fine. Did I actually just shoot the rocket launcher?
Quick save.
Yeah, I'm not sure I want to be here. That's a lot of droids. On the other hand, that's a lot of droids we could take out right now. So it looks like
Quick load.
shotgun is a good weapon if you crouch. Worthless piece of crap if you stand and shoot with it. Not sure we want to go there. Or week 2 we want to go there fast. Something with a different weapon. Basically go for the generators immediately so we can stop the robot from activating.
Quick save.
A machine gun would be nice. Right. Yeah, this was the goal, 399.
Don't shoot!
I am going to test
Quick
that
save.
this here, the red key card reader actually does what we think it does.
Authorized access.
But
Quick
it's a
load.
waste of a card. What about this?
Authorized access.
Maybe? Well, this seems at least somewhat useful. To test if we can even harm that cannon.
Don't shoot!
New weapon. Okay, spider bomb is probably the best way to do it at this point. We have so many of them. Ah, can't use it. There's a slight incline for... pretty worthless bomb, I would say. I'll just shoot a rocket at it. BA-41, my ass. Still, I do appreciate the extra clips for that. Rubbish, rubbish, rubbish.
Quick save.
It's an active teleporter.
Quick load.
This is not a camera weapon, just isn't. Problem is, if you don't get it with the first shot, it'll take a long time
Drop your weapon!
to fire the second one, so it'll be an alarm situation.
Quick save.
Yeah. That's probably a bonus place of some sort. Because we need to use the key code here. Very likely.
Authorized access.
Would have it opened this door, but that makes no sense. This is the only way you can get to this. I don't get it. Right, looks like we'll have to just roll with it. Ah, we got the blueprints.
What took you so long, Tin Man? I was beginning to get tired of waiting on you. I'm receiving the file now. Wait. I'm losing signal strength. All right, we must have a flux in the power grid. All right, I'm switching filters to patch in an amplifier. And that's it. File transfer complete. You might have a future in this business after all, Tin Man. I don't know what all that was about, but I think you better take that as your cue to get out of there like yesterday. Could mean the consortium sniffers have locked onto your position. So hot-foot it to the jump pad. On level 1, if you don't get there fast, you are a pedestrian. Wizard out.
Quick load.
Yes. So we know how to end the mission, so what are these for?
What's going on, Tin Man? Where's the file? I don't know what happened, but without those files, we're history. Just like your ride home. No data, no extraction. Tin Man, Wizard out.
I see. So what is the other place about? There is a mech area. What the hell is that about? It's a very dangerous area. It has nothing to do with this. So could it be a potential new weapon again? That's pretty much the only thing I can think of that would be worth the extra trouble. We might also have to spend money to buy magazines for the pistol.
Quick save. Quick load.
It's doable, but I can't waste my time shooting at walls. Also, there's probably a sequence what gets activated. What is this? So that first.
Quick load.
I guess you need to get all the generators if you want to take them out. Also, not shoot at these things point blank range because you're going to just hurt yourself. But what's the point of even getting them? I mean, this is irrelevant what we need to do. Maybe this is an alternative way to stop the robots from spawning. To get into that control room. Has to be a way. Has a power system, has a computer, monitoring device, some kind of switch. So what is this all about? I mean, this is a gigantic piece of shit to come here if there's nothing here. Did something change? Yes. Ah, so this is probably a way to stop the entire thing. You have to move fast. Maybe. It doesn't matter really at this point though. If we can also end the mission, it doesn't matter if we're a little bit low on health. There's no major obstacles we have to overcome anymore. So this is tied to the mech production lineup. A way to stop it without forcing your way through the force field and shooting your way through. Alternative way of doing this, basically. That's it. The likely intended way of doing things, rather. I'll see if I can take out the...
You're not supposed to be here.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. Can you take it out the camera from here? That would make things easier for me. Well, it doesn't matter that much.
Hey, what you doing here?
Stealing your plans.
Authorized access.
Okay.
The vigilance program is a very risky proposition, Mr. Chairman. Even for something as admirable as helping to rid us of this resistance nuisance.
Politics is a risky business, Senator Snell. You shouldn't have gotten involved if you weren't willing to take chances. Besides, everything is already in place.
Once the public has been shown the significant breakthroughs that the vigilance program can provide, Mr. Chairman, I'm certain that no one will object to keeping the...
Status quo, Doctor? Exactly. And once the resistance has been crushed, Who would even think of not voting for the visionary leaders that brought about world peace? You just make sure that the rest of the senators approve the funding, and I'll see that Vigilance's first use target your concerns. Providing, of course, that Dr. Hoffman's experiments prove more successful than some of his others.
When soldiers, 12 thermatrons. Guess with the more tougher enemies, it's not always sensible to try to just fight them. We have the quick save slot, so we should take the opportunity to look around about the alternative ways of doing things. We had to deal with the... Yeah, my own initial thought with the thermatrons spawning on the previous mission was that since we earlier had to destroy the generators to stop their production, that it was the right thing to do this time too. It was not. Still it worked, so who the hell cares.
Upon analyzing the reports on your unit's last mission, Central believes that it was far more difficult than it should have been. While it is possible that your attack just happened to coincide with a random consortium security upgrade, it is also possible that word of our operations was leaked to the enemy. Until we can determine exactly what happened, stay alert and notify Central of anything out of the ordinary. Maxis out.
Shocking. I think something like that happens in pretty much every game like this. Just I guess work who's the actual traitor.
Quick save.
Okay, first things first. I need to restore my health. Also, this is very much not a fighting game, even though there's constant shooting and battling. Usually, if things go to that, you've done something wrong.
And in a press release just issued from the WEC Information Bureau, the consortium is proud to announce that the Senate unanimously voted in favor of Chairman Dragon's zero-tolerance policy concerning the resistance. If you're listening out there, rebels, there's nowhere to hide now, so you might as well give up. Back to you, Trina.
Hey, what's a nice consortium soldier like you doing in a place like this? I don't know whether to salute you or shoot you. I grew up in the Resistance. I watched better men and women than you die for a better cause than the one you blindly follow. Or is that followed? Hard to tell, isn't it? I'll find out soon enough, trust me. And just remember, to me, only good trooper is a dead trooper. You slip up just once, and I'll see you're a good trooper. Now get out of my sight and let me drink in peace.
Hello, Captain. You know, Captain, when I really was a taxman, I spent most of my life listening to intolerant people telling me the consortium represented the greater good. Now here I am, stuck in the same unit with Shannon Brooks, Resistance Sergeant Extraordinaire. She's the one who gave me this rabbit foot my first day of firing practice. Said I could use all the help I could get. She's almost as bad as anyone back at the Revenue Assessment Division. I've fought alongside her for a year now, and she still won't treat me like anything but a consortium slug. I could almost blame her too. But I heard she lost most of her family when the consortium flattened Petra for declaring independence from the WEC.
Welcome back, Captain. I heard you ran into a bit of trouble on your last mission. Don't worry. Happens to the best of us. Oh, by the way, looks like I'll be sticking around for a while. In their usual cryptic fashion, Central has assigned me to this unit for unspecified duty of unspecified duration. Sounds like administrative work to me. Oh well. Beats the consortium's hospitality. A lot more opportunity for advancement than what the good Dr. Hoffman had planned for me as well.
Do I want the weapon upgrade? The shotgun has its uses because it's much better than the current weapon in dealing with close range opponents, but I don't know actually if the machine gun is better or worse. It'll eat up all my funds.
Ah, there you are. Never fear, the weasel's here. You know, there have been some prime pickings at the consortium trough, my friend, so look around. Now, if you don't see what you want, I'm sure I can get some at a later date. So, what are you in the market for today, Captain?
What am I in the market for? Ammunition, magazines for the pistol. Yeah, the shotgun. Key A21. What the hell does that even mean? It's a pistol of some sort, yeah, but I have no ammunition for it, for example, so it cannot be a replacement for my current pistol. I probably should just Google these weapons. There's no mention in the manual. The manual doesn't even mention all the items that the game throws your way. It's maybe something like the basics, like the medkits and things like that, spider bombs, but it definitely doesn't go through all the items. Still, I don't know if I want this. I mean, it might be solid, but it's killing things isn't our problem at the moment, and even the shotgun is actually useful when crouched. It turns into a rapid fire weapon, so I suppose if you could if you hold your ground, it's a fairly good weapon. It's not so good as an offensive weapon. But this has been available for a couple of missions now, so I think we either could just find something like this, or it will become obsolete fairly quickly too. So I don't know if I want to buy these. Now let's see the ammunition side. What do we have ammunition for? Energy cubes. RP clips, 8. 13 for shotgun, 4 for the pistol. That's a little bit too low. I don't want a huge amount, but something that I can be comfortable with using. What the hell is the PA weapon? It's Probably a weaker version of certain type of weapon. It looks like it's a pistol that has a scope. So I'm assuming fairly accurate long-range pistol, but we already have that. This is not what we need. We need the closer range, kick-ass, kill everything type of weapon. Also, I sort of want to test these. In the worst case scenario, we might have to dump one of our weapons in the middle of a mission. No, we have 3. 5 I think is the maximum you can carry quickly, so now we would have 4. That's not too bad. We don't have a huge amount of ammunition for this, but we have ammunition for other weapons, so it should be okay.
You do understand it, don't you? I don't accept returns or give refunds. So, you're sure about this, huh? Baby? Ah, another satisfied customer. It's always a pleasure serving the Resistance. I hate those. Anything else I can do for you today, Captain?
That's a lot of ammunition for a magazine, 60. Probably a rapid fire weapon then, as assumed. We'll find out how accurate it is. Doesn't really have to be all that accurate, but it'll be useful.
Quick save.
I'm not gonna go for another mission. I'll just see what the next mission is.
Good work on that last mission, Captain. Maybe General Maxis is right about you after all. Here's the latest situation. The WEC has several resistance sympathetic cities locked down tight, starving civilians along with the rebels. Thousands of people in Geneva alone will starve if our next food shipment doesn't get through. And the public still thinks we're shipping in weapons. Newscasters. They blindly report whatever the government tells them as if it were fact. We need to get the food past the WEC blockade. You are to sabotage one of their monitoring stations. Andrews will be acting as your insertion reconnaissance man again. Once you're inside, you are to locate and destroy the central communications array before our convoy starts to roll in. Consult your data link for help locating the receiving array. Once you've placed the blast pack, Corporal Reeves will contact you with extraction coordinates. Dismissed.
Likes to chew his cigar. I look at the details of the mission now. No, I can't use any equipment candidate equipped weapons and all that, so basically they child-proof this area so you can't screw things up. Fine, I'll leave things here. Hopefully the machine gun proves to be somewhat useful. I can't afford to waste money on something total rubbish. At the same time, the old weapons aren't exactly bad or irrelevant at this point. So the game at least seems to have be well enough designed for that it doesn't obsolete the equipment immediately. And there's no indication that there's new types of bombs or spider bombs or all that, so they'll likely remain relevant throughout the game. At least I hope they do. Otherwise we'll have to start hoarding money. I am willing to steer on the side of caution on the money front, so preferably we would like to have a gathering of pile of cash, just in case we run into trouble. With equipment starting to be ineffective against the enemies we have to regularly face. Bombs can get us through a couple of hard ones, I'm sure, but they're gonna run out quickly if I have to use them as standard weapons just to make progress.